Claudia and I were having differences of opinion and found ourselves at an impasse. So an objective voice was in order, a mediator, if you will. Shall we ask Jason what he thinks of our little dilemma?
I doubt Jason cares that you want to rent space in the cannery. And like I said, I can't make that happen. Trevor owns that property. Only my father can influence him.
Sounds to me like you state your problem to Anthony. You know what? I would dial down the hostility a little bit because people might think the newly reformed Jerry Jacks is an act.
I'll take it under advisement. Mr. Morgan, we'll be in touch, darling.
What if I see you first?
Don't underestimate him.
Thank you. Thank you for the tip and for the rescue. It's becoming a habit.
Jason, it's me. Hi.
I really need to talk to you.
What's going on?
Alexis summoned me over to her office, and I should have told her to go to hell, but instead I went over there.
What does she want?
Well, she wants Sonny to give up custody of Christina, and I already talked to Sonny, and he shut me down, and he said no. Now she wants me to go back and talk to him again, and this time I said no.
Okay, so what? You feeling guilty?
No, I feel like a hypocrite. I feel like the worst kind of hypocrite.
Well, I didn't get that from what you just told me.
That's because I didn't tell you all of it. I didn't tell you the part where I took Morgan's Father's Day gift over to Sonny. And you should have seen his face. It was like he was kicked in the gut. And then I realized this is the first of many times we're going to have like that, and I couldn't bear it. And I thought, what the hell am I doing? Why am I putting us through this pain? Why don't I just go home, grab that custody agreement and rip it apart and take Morgan over to see his father? Why don't I do that?
You're Morgan's mother. You have to do whatever you think is right,
I'm
Claudia.
already doing what I think it's right. It's done. If Morgan's around Sonny, his life is at risk. I know that. I'm just having a really hard time finding a balance with this, and I don't know how to make it happen. Do you ever find yourself thinking about Michael out of nowhere?
Yeah, I'll see something I know he'd like. Or, a boy at the playground or something like that, you know?
Yeah. See, that happens to me about 50 times a day. And you know what the cruelest part of all this is how life just marches on. See, the sun comes up, and I have to get Morgan ready for school, and meals have to be prepared or picked up or delivered, and then there's homework, and then there's the hotel work, and people needing constant attention. And then the sun goes down, and it's bedtime, and it's stories, and it's 5 more minutes, Mom. And then I try to get some sleep, and maybe I'll get about 3, and then the sun comes up. And the relentless process starts all over again, and you just want it to stop. Because how does life continue when my little boy is stuck in his own body?
Okay, I'm not the best at giving advice, but I want you to listen to me for a minute. I mean, there are some things that you do that I think you are dead wrong. But I always admire your strength. Just the way you barrel through things, you refuse to let anything break your spirit. And I think you need to draw on that strength now. I'm not saying you can't miss Michael. I mean, there's no way around it. But you can't keep living looking back, Carly. It's not fair. Not to you, especially not to Morgan. I mean, you were the single biggest influence from you. You got to know what it felt to be loved because of you. And Morgan deserves that too. Okay, so that's the way that you can honor Michael. You could keep going even when you don't want to.
I know you're right. I know you're right. It's just so hard. It's so hard.
I know it's hard. But if anybody can do it, you can.
Jason, I guess that's it, right? That's the plan, to rejoin the human race. I'll take care of my husband, I'll take care of Morgan. And I'm so grateful that I have you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. To my lady is fair as can be. Oh, she's been absent of late. Together somewhere we will be. Shiny. Shiny bangle. Perhaps lost in haste at the stroke of midnight. Whoever's fragilistus fits shall be my own Cinderella!
I guess that's me.
Vixen, daughter of darkness, please do not unleash your scary fury. We mean no harm.
We?
Yeah, the Jackal and Damien.
Okay, I know you call yourself the Jackal for some reason. Who's Damien?
It's me as well. We're both personas equally socially inept, but neither a thief.
I think you've had a little too much to drink.
I may be somewhat under the influence, but alas, not enough to forget that being a perennial loser is not as bad as momentarily reaching the pinnacle of manhood only to plummet to the hell of geekdom once more. White Knight Jack's finally offered a workable paradigm. You know, the accent, the clothes, the attitude, it finally all started to make sense.
Not to me.
No, it was nothing short of a miracle how effective Damien was. He was supremely confident and he knew the right things to say, so Spinelli could just relax and stay out of the way and hand it over to Damien, who could hold a drink all night without spilling it or becoming inebriated.
Who's Damien?
I thought I told you. Oh, it was the Jackal. At least it was for one bright, shining moment, but now I am once again me. The Jackal. Hapless Spinelli. You know, but you know the worst part of this whole thing was that the facade crumbled right in front of the one person it was meant for.
The only thing that I got out of that is that you're not used to drinking.
Oh, don't worry. It will pass. The dizziness will pass. I'll just sit here. No.
Okay, you're coming home. I'm gonna take you home. Okay? Right. Okay. Here we go. Jump. Oh God.
General Hospital.
You say that you're on to her, then I keep finding you guys together.
Could be worse.
I don't see how.
Clearly, you two are on your way to forgiving each other.
Get your hands off him.
Weekdays on ABC, weeknights on SoapNet.